Alright, previously we covered the tooltips and toolbar customization. In this video, we're going to be going through the category-based customization for the nodes within the network. As always, within the sample report, you already have your predefined example that you can explore and go through all the settings. In our case, we're going to go into the training mode and actually build a visual and go through the settings step by step. So first, let's add an instance of the network visual. Let's quickly disable the background and the title. And as far as the setup goes, we're going to be adding region and country into the nodes field. We're going to be using total sales as our measure. Then we're going to add images, and we're also going to be adding colors. So once we've done that, we're going to go into the formatting options. Here, you can see that we have currently 2 categories available. Now, the way that the network creates these categories is based on the number of columns you have in the nodes field. So right now, the visual supports up to 9 different categories. Going back into the formatting options, what I'm going to do first is enable category 1 customization, and I'm just going to quickly go through all the settings, and then we're going to be customizing them to get an interesting result. So first thing that you can customize here is going to be the node type. By default, this is going to be sitting on shape. So if that is selected, right here you have node shapes, and you can choose either to showcase it as a circle, rectangle, or a droplet. The other option you have under type is text. Once you choose this, it essentially brings in both labels within the node, and it also allows you to have images, labels, and also the colors derived from the data provided in the fields. So we're going to quickly transition back to the shapes. Now, the next setting, which is actually something I'm going to do in this case, disable or enable images within the nodes. Afterwards, we have our color mode. We have a default, auto, fixed, or dynamic. Default takes the colors similar as dynamic from the data fields that you have provided. Automatic means that the chart itself assigns colors to each unique category of the node. Fixed means that you can apply one particular color to every single node that is within the viewport. And then the last one is dynamic, which means that you're defining the colors through the color field that we defined previously. Now, next one is going to be relative node size. Once you enable this, you can essentially size the nodes within this particular category without taking into consideration the whole chart itself. So in this case, what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to assign minimum node radius to be 100. There we go. Afterwards, we have our value label and name label locations. So you can have them inside or outside, and you can mix and match these. Now, afterwards, you have your display units and value decimals. Display units allow you to define the shortening for the value. So for example, thousands, millions, billions, and so forth. And the last one is value decimals, which allows you to define how many decimal places you have for those values. Now, if you want to start to customize, let's say, the inside or outside labels specifically for this category, you can see that we have the toggles right here. Once you enable them, additional settings appear that allow you to further customize either inside or outside labels. In this case, what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to position both of the labels to be inside, and I'm going to enable custom inside label. For the labels, I'm going to change the font color to white. There we go. I'm going to scroll down and also change the background color to black. Change the opacity to like 50% so that it's just a little bit easier to see. Now that we have done that, I'm going to go to and enable the category 2 customization. Once I do that, I open it up, and what I'm going to do here is change the node type. Because in this case, I actually want to see the image, all the labels, and the color, which is something that I mentioned to you previously. This allows for the end user to have more information within the single viewport without, overcomplicating the visual itself. As for the rest of the things, I'm not going to touch anything here. Those are pretty fine as they are. I don't really need to readjust anything else. All right, that's going to be it for the category-based customization, and I'll see you in the next video.